There's all sorts of people that ride here.
We're just a bunch of guys that like to hang out and girls that like to hang out and ride their motorcycles. And it's part of most of these people's daily lives is riding their motorcycle.
This is a brand new club.
Right now we have about 30 active members. Just hanging out with people that are like-minded, they like motorcycles, they like riding.
A lot of people want to be involved with a club like this, and all they really needed was the excuse.
It feels really great to be the start of something, especially the huge response that we've had since we began. When we first started, Adam and I, we both love riding motorcycles, and we're just like, you know, it would be fun to get a group together of students, people we know, people we don't know, that just like motorcycling and are all NIU students.
We're off to a great start.
Seems like NIU is really looking for something like this. We've had a lot of people come out and get involved already.
I used to be involved with a club pretty heavily when I lived in California. The culture out there for it is really huge, and I thought I'd bring a little bit of that with me here to DeKalb and NIU.
I started riding with dirt bikes when I was a young teenager. Since when I got a license, I almost immediately went out and got a motorcycle for the street, and I've been riding ever since.
There are lots of students on campus that ride, and you see them out all the time on their bikes, and you're always wondering, you know, hey, who are these other riders? You know, I should really get to know these people.
A lot of people ride motorcycles, and most of the time they ride them either by themselves or with maybe one or two friends. We can teach people how to ride as a group. You know, 15, 20, or even more people is a completely different kind of riding. It takes a different set of skills. It has a different set of awareness. If you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be safe. So we want to teach that to our riders.
You know, as long as you're interested in motorcycling, there's a place for you in this club.
We're open to everyone, men, women. It doesn't matter if you've been riding for 10 years, 20 years, or it's your first bike and your first season.
I think it's important for students to be involved because it gives them a sense of community.
One of the big things that brings people together is the kind of bikes they ride. And I noticed at our first meeting, there was a lot of people that had never met before, but because they ride the same type of motorcycle, they started talking right away. They, you know, got to know each other, and I'm sure that outside of the group there's going to be a lot of new friendships formed that create smaller riding groups besides our own.
Having a way to connect with people.
I just got it last fall. It's turning out to be a pretty good motorcycle. It's a Yamaha, and it's a 93.
And one of the things that makes those interests and those hobbies worth pursuing is knowing that there are other people that are interested in the same thing that you are.
You can really see that people were looking for something like this, and it feels really good to give that to them.
NIU Moto is open to all types of riders. It doesn't matter what type of bike you have, whether it's a sport bike or a cruiser, how long you've been riding, what your experience is, or anything like that.
We're going to meet at several different locations around town, but we'll always be close to campus. We'll always be at a place that's open to all ages. We're not going to go to any place that people under 21 can't get into or anything like that, because we want to make sure that everybody can be welcomed into the club.